right, there we are. All right, here we go. Signed in, logged in today for another day. Just sitting here talking openly about the different things that I run across today. Hold on one second. Yeah, that's what happens when you move the mic around a little bit. Things kind of get out of whack, out of adjustment. So I'm just here, glad to be here another day here talking to you about some things that I've run across recently. As recently as actually this morning. And ran across a discussion that is in reaction to the New Zealand shooter incident. Matter of fact, let me formally identify this guy, just so that we know definitely who we're talking about. Excuse me, I got a bit of a cough, a little bit of dry mouth here. Brenton Tarrant is facing charges over his one-man shooting spree. Obviously, that's what it is. According to the New York Post, the white supremacist allegedly slaughtered 49 people in a mass shooting that I'm pretty sure most of us all know, unless we're living under a rock, right? You got to excuse the background because I'm having a typical weekend where I'm getting some things together. So what you're going to hear in the background is common domestic bliss. I make no excuses. I like to have clean clothes. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, I'm your host, Bobby Sage, here on another weekend edition. And I hope to be actually doing this on a weekly basis, or as it comes to me when I'm able to do it. But Sundays is going to be the targeted day that I'll be doing this. So weekly, hopefully weekly every Sunday, maybe bi-weekly, but we'll see how it goes. I won't go over the story in its entirety with you, but just wanted to share some reactions about this topic. Hold on a second. All right, cool. I need to reply to this phone message I got real quick, but I just want to provide an introduction about Brenton Tarrant, 28 years old. He was hit with just one murder charge, though, and of course more charges are pending. And while he was handcuffed, making his court appearance, he made some kind of gesture in what is previously known as the OK gesture. And he previously made the what's previously been known as the OK gesture, right? Well, it's actually a gesture that's known to be used by white nationalists and racist internet trolls, and it's a photo that was published here. I don't have I didn't get it up right now. Let me see if I can get it together and show that to you. Basically, it's just an OK sign that has been shown in open court, and Dana Bash has shown it before. Others have shown it before. A lot of the right-wing, alt-right figures, social media figures, and what do you call it? I'm at a loss right now because I'm getting distracted, but getting sidetracked here. But anyway, got into some conversation. The question was asked, on a discussion post I saw yesterday, that aren't these really the people that are trying to keep racism alive? And of course they are. They're not actually trying, they're actually doing it. If you would like to see pretty much, I actually wrote a blog about this yesterday on my blog page, @cogentconvo.com, and you will see the, matter of fact, let me pull it up. Maybe I can show you the title at some point. And I'll give you the title to that particular article or that blog that I wrote. Let's see. That blog is titled "When the Dog Whistle is Deafening," and it was out of reaction of this particular story here, and wound up in conversation with. But I won't get into it any deeper right now. I'm just going to go ahead and get started, let y'all know what I'm up to. So let me take a quick break and get some things together, and I'll be right back. still trying to get some information real quick to show to you. I want to show you the image of what we're talking about here today. It's been recognized as a white supremacist symbol. A gesture made in court the other day. Brandon Tarrant made with his what was normally acceptable before as just an innocent okay symbol is being regarded as something else now. So I'm trying to see if I can get the image for you to see. Perhaps you've seen it in the paper. I don't know, but we'll see what I can pull up here. Because in the conversation that I had about it, the question was asked if these are really the people that are trying to keep racism alive, and the answer is yes, because we know why. It's basically he's subscribed to a certain modality, and basically is subscribed to a particular ideology, and in so doing, he's showing that in displaying that mannerism and holding his hand the way he's holding it, he's letting people know what he represents. And that representation is that of white dominance and white supremacy. And now, when I first started looking into this incident, when it first happened, there were 14 words involved that he actually subscribed to. And those 14 words that you can look up, that come up on Wikipedia and the ADL, Anti-Defamation League. And according to the Anti-Defamation League, the 14 words are a reference. Basically, it's a popular white supremacist slogan that we must secure the existence of our people and the future for white children. And the slogan was coined by David Lane, a member of the white supremacist group known as the Order. He passed away in prison in 2007. The term reflects the primary white supremacist worldview in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, which stands to reason because I've run across that particular statement made, and I actually ran across tattoos with the number 14. And on more than one occasion, I've had the liberty of asking what it meant, or have otherwise learned it, prior to this social media age, because this has been going on. I mean, this code has been actually in place since prior to social media. And it's 14 basic words that says we must secure the existence of our people and the future for white children. And it says here, it reflects the primary white supremacist worldview in the late 20th and 21st centuries, that unless immediate action is taken, the white race is doomed to extinction by an alleged rising tide of color, purportedly controlled and manipulated by Jews. Because of its widespread popularity, white supremacists reference to this slogan. They refer to it constantly in its full form, as well as in abbreviated versions such as 14 words, the number 1, number 4, and 14 words, or simply just the number itself. So you'll see the words on people, you'll see signage, you'll see the tattoo, you'll see the number 14 along with the circle and cross to indicate to you that that's what they believe in. That's the ideology that they subscribe to. So it's obvious, and to coincide with that is the OK symbol, or what was known as previously known as the OK symbols, also actually in the form of white pride or white power. It's like some symbolism. It's more symbolism and in the form of brevity to let people know where you stand. So that's essentially what it is, and that's what he was doing, making that appearance for his arraignment. And it serves as a dog whistle. So there's no two ways about it. He wasn't saying that he was okay or anything like that. So you just have to be aware and informed about it to know that this is what is before us and what is going on. So, in response to the discussion that I had with someone I normally have discussions with, they're actually doing this. There's groups that are awakening now, I feel, that are actually committing themselves to this. They've been committed, now they're committing to acts. They were committed to thought engagement. Now they're actually implementing what they're thinking. And I just received something this morning. Well, let me just go with what I was saying. Some are just pawns in the game. Others are that are at the top, and they're not immediately touchable. Depending on who you listen to, you might believe that, those of us who are black in America are actually prisoners of war and have been since birth. Lines have been drawn by social economically or social economic means as well. You know, basically predicated on skin color, right? And what's keeping us pacified is this illusion of inclusion, right? Now, it's moments like this that should provide or invoke deeper thinking beyond that of being dismissive to suggest that this is like some kind of one-off occurrence or an occasional uptick. I don't think it is, not at all, not by a long shot. You don't go into an establishment and just start offing people. It's not normal. But then again, well, I don't know. Some people would say that they were momentarily insane, but I just think it was just there was some malice involved with that. You definitely went there to kill people. Sociopathic behavior. Now, this here is indicative to me of a wide range effort, this being one aspect of racial white supremacy. I don't think it's just some kind of momentary uptick. Racism will persist until it's replaced by a system of justice, which still has yet to be produced. In the meantime, we just bide our time as a collection, out more for our individual interests, speaking from the standpoint of black people. And we hope for a savior to emerge somewhere, and when we should really adopt a warrior mindset and not be in acceptance of what's being waged against us, specifically as a people. But here we are. All right, this is part one of a live stream. I'll be here a little later on. I just wanted to chime in and go on the air for a little bit with my thoughts here on the Cogent Talk channel. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. I got a few things to take care of, and I won't hold the air and hold the bandwidth for too much longer, but I'll be back sometime a little later on today to carry on with the conversation. As a matter of fact, I'll be having some guests here today to discuss a few topics of mutual interest. So we'll be back in a little bit. Let us know what you think here, or send an email, or let us know what you think here on the channel. Thank you very much. I'll be right back. Be back in a little bit. A little while, actually, I should say.